Hi guys, RSX Alien here today. It's been about, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks since my last video, so better get catching up. This is the first Black Ops video I'm doing. Basically it's just me noobing it up in a little bit of team deathmatch. You'll see why it's noobing it up in a minute. I wouldn't say noob in the sense of, 0 to 53 KD. That was like me a few years ago when I first got World at War, and honestly things like that did happen, but now it's hopefully the other way around. I just got scared by that guy spawning, that's quite funny actually. So yeah, basically, this match, I hope it'll illustrate why I don't like Team Deathmatch. It might not. Basically, I don't like Team Deathmatch for the reason of camping is random, as in it's like in Domination, things like that, headquarters, you get campers, but you know they're going to be near the objective most of the time. Whereas on this, campers, are going to be either, well, once maps have been out a while and people have got their own little bits, then you know where they're going to be, but up until that point, you'll get people like camping on top of cars even and things. I'm trying not to camp in it, so sorry if I turn out to be a hypocrite. But yeah, it's quite I think this match goes quite well for me. I think I end up getting some like a 18 for nothing. It's not amazing, I know, that you get people doing like 70 for nothing on YouTube, and there is a reason to that, and you will see it's quite funny. Yeah, basically I'm just going to be talking about Black Ops a bit. It's like what I think of it so far, what's to come from me, because we got a few video ideas. Basically what I think of it so far, start with that. Oh yeah, this bit I speed up because I do a little bit of, well, not camping, but more so like resting my legs, you could say. Like basically, yeah, what do I think of Black Ops? My overall impressions, at the minute I'm really liking it. For certain reasons, like they've removed things which I'm not going to go as far to say as overpowered, failing on an escalator. Yeah, I'm not going to go as far as say overpowered things, but they got rid of things which were pretty strong. I mean, yeah, gunship for an 11 kill streak, I think it's a bit, I think personally, and I know a few of other people I've played with agree, for the fact that you can use the rockets and control where it goes and that, I think it should be, where EMP was, and dogs shouldn't be a one-hit kill. That's, I mean, in core, if they bite you and you're dead, as my mate says, in hardcore they just have to look at you and you get the glare of death and you die. But yeah, that's one thing. It doesn't specify between core and hardcore now with dogs. Nothing happens differently with the damage. Another thing which I think's quite good and bad at the same time, which is why I used the Galil. Recoil it exists now. I'm not sure if something happened in the last 40 years to get rid of it, hence why there wasn't any in Modern Warfare 2 much, but yeah, the Galil, it has its recoil. It's not crazy, if you fire more than 4 shots with it without letting off the trigger, it will start recoiling crazy. But then it says you're right for spraying, you naughty people. But I just love it, I mean, LMGs now don't have 100 bullets in a mag. The Galil, I think, is like an assault LMG. In my opinion, it's got 35 in a mag. That's enough to probably see off a 4-man spawn in front of you. And then even then the reload's literally just to chuck away the mag, put in a new one. So I like that. What else? Oh yeah, a few trends. That's what I've noticed. I think the first few days when I first got this, mainly because it was, I guess, the first gun people had, the MP5K, and even now I see a few people, the MP5K, I see that a lot, and even though it has the same attachments on it all the time, it's either reflex and red dot combined with a silencer or extended mags. That's always all I see with it. I see I think it's a bit weird. Another thing I noticed, the Enfield in my opinion is like, I think it's one of the best rifles. I swear it does more damage than the FAMAS. I haven't tested it, but but I swear it does, because lower rate of fire, the recoil does get crazy, but it's not that crazy, and the killability factor, you could call it, in my opinion, is much better than with any other gun. The FAMAS is what, once the MP5K, once people have got past that, I found there were a lot of FAMASs around, FAMAS fanatics. Yeah, and I put a red, I think I used to have a reflex on it, actually I think I've still got one in the creator class at the start, you probably saw that. Yeah, I use extended mags on it as well though, because the fire rate, I found it chewed it up a bit much. Oh, this is the funny bit where I'm looking around trying to decide where to get a gunship. This is one of my first games on this map. It actually doesn't come up that much. I think it's the first time I've played on it in a few days actually, and even then I've only played on it probably 3 times. But yeah, here comes the best bit of it all. You gotta watch out for that crane. It plays quite an important part, that little pylon crane thing right there to the right. I sort of just get beached on it. But this is what I don't like, on this map especially. They've now, it's realistic, okay, adding in roofs which you can shoot through, like the glass on that one. Oh, and I fail. But I don't know, it just seems a bit cheesy how every building has a skyline, every major building. So like on high rise you could shoot through the glass on the front, fair enough. But yeah, on here, if you're in a building, you can pretty much guarantee the walls are either made with paper and you're going to get gunship through them, or you're going to get shot through a skyline. I mean, yeah, it's very economic and green, but it's not very good if they're getting smashed every 2 seconds by a gunship. Alright, I've started waffling now, so I'll hurry up and conclude it. Yeah, this is a gun actually I'm a bit surprised I didn't see much of. It looks hideous with sights on it, but still I love it in my opinion. Which makes me think, why didn't I have it on actually instead of a Galil? I have to put it on now. But yeah, I love the L bar on this. You run faster with it. The damage isn't as much. Recoil isn't bad. Fire rate is good. And it sounds kick-ass. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I am waffling of the blue kind, so I will conclude it here. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for some ninja stuff coming up in the future, in the near future I should say, and thank you for watching.